Hi guys, welcome to Finish Awesome Friday. Today we're going to take a little change of pace. Obviously the last few weeks we've been going over the 3 layers of awesome for nutrition, but before we go on to the next phase of the 3 layers of awesome, which is going to go on to training, I wanted to just quickly have a short video this week just explaining what I basically believe in and how I structure training and everything else, and why I come to the point I have in my training philosophy. Okay, and the main target that we aim for, the main thing that most good coaches aim for when they take in on a client, is that they set them performance-based goals and they get them training in a way that will improve the sort of athlete's performance over just getting them in and training them. You know, you can see in most commercial gyms, in most places, there is always going to be the runners and gunners, the sort of the post-it note PTs that literally will not have a set plan. They have a plan in their minds, they know how to train people, they know what they're doing, but they don't actually have anything sort of set in stone. They don't have set performance goals and goals that should show people attaining what they do. Now, this is something, what I'm about to talk through now, the reason I follow performance-based goals and sort of what we do and how we can sort of clarify it with people is plain and simple. It's actually sort of level 2 stuff in terms of what you learn in the fitness industry. Okay, when you get your qualifications, okay, you should be learning this sort of stuff at that stage. But it bears repeating and saying that the people generally will do what they want to do there. They'll read an article in a magazine, they'll see something in a men's health mag or online, and they'll just use that, and that's it. They'll be their new workout. They'll find an ab blaster, an arm blaster. They know that's what people like. They like sore arms, they like sore abs, they like to sweat and be in pain. So generally what they do is they don't then look at the overall goal, which is actually what we should be doing. Okay, what we're doing is listening to the person and staying to them and setting to them these realistic targets and goals from there. Now, you don't have to sit every single one down, you don't have to go through this entirely, but it just, as I say, just explains it a little bit more in detail and gives you an opportunity to see where we come from in terms of the performance mindset and how we are as coaches. Okay, so performance over pain every single time, and the reason we do that is because it is smart. Okay, what do I mean by smart? Not just in the sense that it is a more intelligent way of training people, because actually you're getting them to their goals and attaining it, but actually it follows the SMART principle. The SMART principle is there in place, as I say, in the fitness industry, but it's also there in business, in management. I think they use it in many different things, and it can, each letter can mean slightly different things, but this is how I take the SMART principle and apply it basically to the training. So SMART is broken down, actually see it's an acronym. So first and foremost, specific. Okay, what is the goal? Okay, rather than just saying I want to lose a bit of weight, I want to be fitter, I want this or that. Having an actual goal is much more attainable, but it's much more based on performance. We can actually stand there and say, okay, you want to lose weight, so let's have a little look. We're going to be training together for the next 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 8, whatever the amount of weeks. A realistic weight loss goal is about 1 to 2 pounds per week. So we can assess that if we're going to go for 8 weeks, for example, let's just take 8 weeks as an example from there. If we can lose 1 pound a week on average over that 8 weeks, then we should be losing 8 pounds together at this stage, as long as your diet and everything else outside of the gym when we train with each other is in check. And that's the things when we can look at nutrition, training, outside training, mobility work, all those other things. So having a specific goal then gives you a performance-based goal. You can stand there and say, right, you want to lose 8 pounds, bang, there we go. We know now that your goal is weight loss. What we're going to do to achieve that is get you stronger, get you fitter, and sort of all those things, lose some weight, do all those things that are, are base goals, but basically there is a set then target you can aim for. Now, weight is always the hard one, because when you set a weight goal, weight loss isn't always linear. But generally speaking, we can assess that if you're in a calorie deficit and you're training hard, and especially if you haven't trained as hard as you're going to with your coach, you should see a positive change from there, and everything should be accountable and work from that point. Okay, so specific goals are always better. You want to either gain a certain amount of weight, you want to lose a certain amount of weight, or you just want to, if you want to just get fitter, what we can say is that we'll set a specific goal and say, okay, well, we want you to get your mile time down by 30 seconds and lift 30 kilos more. So they're sort of specific performance goals that you can set to people if they don't have an idea of what their goals are. But most people have an idea of what they want to do. So most people, it's losing weight. So for that reason, we can set a target and say, okay, what sort of weight are you happy with? Where would you like to be? They give you the target, and then you can set it and say, right, okay, this is the weight we're going to aim for during this block, and then we can continue to do that from that point on. But again, it's important at that stage that they understand it's not just that training that's going to do that, it's then the nutritional side of things. They have to start tracking calories, doing all the things that we talk about in the 3 layers of awesome that will meet that specific goal. Okay, next up, measurable. Can it be measured? That is the most important one. Okay, so along with being specific, have they set a specific goal? Yes, we want to lose 10 pounds. Is that measurable? Yes, because we can weigh you each week, we can measure that weight, we can check your weights as you're going along, you're getting stronger, we can measure that, okay? We can get you to run miles or do time trials or something like that. We can see that you're getting quicker over time. These things are performance-based goals. Performance will always win over pain. You'll see that that will come through, and that is the only way it can then be measurable. If you're just training people and you're getting them in and you're getting to do, you know, 15 squats and 10 burpees for 5 minutes, you know, in an AMRAP, then, you know, what's measurable about that? You know, you're going to do it again in a couple of weeks and see if they beat their time. If not, then you're not really doing anything to assess to see improvements and thus make changes. So it always must be measurable. Your goal must always be something that you can realistically see, and you can see on paper, or you can see on the scale, or you can see that it is improving. Okay, that is massively important. And when you're talking about performance-based training, it is always geared towards that. It's always geared towards increasing performance. That will then see the goals come through in the other end. Okay, so that is why performance-based training kills any other sort of instinctive or just random based stuff that you'll go into and as I say, put yourself through pain. Okay, always should be a measurable element to it, so you can see improvement, not just feel it, or not just, you know, oh, I felt a bit fitter in the class today. You know, your body is like anything else. Some days you'll be good, some days you'll be bad. So, you know, days you feel crap, you know, are you really that much worse? Or is it because, you know, you had a bad night's sleep that your performance is lower, not the fact that you're not fitter or less fitter or more fitter than the week before? Okay, so performance-based stuff is always going to win out, because on average, you're always going to see those improvements. Is it attainable? Is the goal realistic? Most people, when they come into a fitness regime or want to lose weight or anything else, they set themselves unrealistic goals. They set themselves a goal that is too short away. So basically, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, okay, and I want to lose it in 12 weeks time when I go for this, you know, wedding or holiday or whatever else it is from there. Okay, now though that can be attained, it's very difficult to be able to get that body down into that position. Who knows what your metabolic pathways are like? You know, if you haven't trained for a while, what knows what your body setup is from there. So being attainable, being realistic with your goals, and saying, you know, listening to your coach and asking him advice, what is realistic? What weight can I lose in 8 weeks? What weight can I increase in 8 weeks? I mean, it's always going to be different from person to person anyway. We can't give you an exact number, but we'd give you an idea. You know, in 8 weeks time, I could assume that we should be able to lose anywhere between, you know, 8 to 16 pounds if we do everything right and everything's nailed, and you literally do everything you can to make sure you get to that goal. And you know, and if you don't, then I can't guarantee any result, and we just, you know, we'll just spin in circles. So realistic goals, are they attainable? You know, oh, I want to deadlift 100 kilos. What's your deadlift? Oh, I don't know, you know, 20, 30 kilos. In 8 weeks, can I really get you from 30 kilos to 100 kilos? Unless you have a unbelievable nervous system that learns straight away and can bang an extra 70 kilos of weight on there, I think we'll have to be a bit more realistic. Let's set a target maybe of 50 kilos, because in you know, a few weeks, a 20 kilo bounce can happen, especially if you haven't trained the deadlift that much, and we get you deadlifting every week. You know, suddenly your body will learn the motor patterns and get better and better and move forward from there. So realistic goals are always important, but again, you can't have realistic goals unless you base it on a performance-based goal. Okay, a realistic goal is simply there. That is what I want to do. Can I achieve it in that time? Yes, I'll do everything I can to get it. And even if you get there and don't get it, you will be that much better than you were at the start anyway. Your performances will be that much higher. And then when you go into your next block of training, because undoubtedly you're going to train for the rest of your life, you're not just doing it for some date and then stop training, stop exercising, stop eating well. You continue to improve and get better and better and reach those goals eventually. Okay, relevant. Okay. What are you doing to achieve your goal? Basically, is, you know, do you think that, you know, doing a load of bodyweight squats every single day, you know, the squat challenge or the burpee challenge or the ab challenge is really, you know, over time it increases in reps, but is it relevant to what you want? If you want to lose weight, okay, what you got to look at, you got to look at your diet, you got to make sure that's in check. You then got to make sure the training that you're doing is going to increase your metabolic rate at highest possible standard, so that your body is churning and using fuel as much as it possibly can. Okay, so then you can easily get into a calorie deficit rather than have to worry about, you know, bringing your calories super low and working from there. You have to make sure that you're trying to keep lean tissue, okay, because that is a higher metabolic rate than fat tissue. So doing a ton of cardio is not going to help you at that stage. You need to make sure you've got some higher intensity or weight resisted work in there as well. You know, so that is what you're looking to do. Everything you do has to be relevant to that goal, whatever that goal is. You know, you have to go for it from there. You know, if you want to, so for example, I keep using the strength one because that's the easiest one I can use. If you want to increase your deadlift to 100 kilos, do you think it's going to help you if you do bicep curls every week? It might have a small relevance to it, and you might find that if you did bicep curls for 8 weeks, that your deadlift might go up a little bit, because the body is like that. If something gets stronger, then the whole body generally tries to follow suit, and you'll find performance increases without even realizing it, which is why assistance work is so important. But relevance to that, if you want to deadlift 100 kilos, you have to deadlift a lot, okay, to get stronger, to get to that 100 kilos. So it has to be relevant to the goal. And again, that's where performance-based stuff smashes the instinctive or the just pain-based training, okay? And time-bound, the very last one, okay, you set a time limit, okay? That then gives you something to aim for, and then you bash through it. Doesn't mean, like I said, that you get to that time limit, you finish, and then you're done. You're done with training, you're done with exercise, you can just go and live the life of pizza and chips. You know, it's not like that. But setting time-bound goals, having, you know, 4-week blocks or 6-week blocks or 8-week blocks that you can work to, build up to that goal, and then assess and then move on to the next goal, or continue with the goal that you've set yourself to reach to the point you want to do. It has to be time-bound. You have to set those goals and you have to set those targets. And again, it all falls back into being realistic, into being, you know, measurable, all those things from there. So time-bound, set a time, take it from there. All right, guys. So again, just a quick brief overlay. Okay, performance-based training. Okay, you have to make sure that everything's in place, that you can see those improvements, and then your body will make the changes that you want to see. Okay, if your goal is to lose weight, if you get fitter and get stronger, that's going to happen, but they have to be in relevance, they have to be realistic, they have to be measurable, they have to be attainable. All these things have to come in place. Okay, so performance-based training bumps any other style of training out there. Okay, don't be the kind of person that seeks pain over performance. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that short video. Any questions or anything else you want me to make a video on, just let me know. I'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome weekend. Just be awesome. Catch you later, guys.